By the mid-1980s, Audi had already proven itself in one of the toughest motorsport arenas on Earth, the World Rally Championship, where its all-wheel drive Quattro system had rewritten the rules of rallying entirely. But Audi's motorsport leadership wanted something different next, a way to prove that same engineering philosophy could dominate on American soil, in front of an American audience, against America's own homegrown racing machines. The series they chose was Trans Am, one of the oldest and most respected road racing championships in the United States. It wasn't an obvious choice. IMSA's GT Championship was actually the more popular series at the time. But Audi's motorsport strategist reasoned that Trans Am offered something IMSA didn't, a chance to compete for the overall race win, not just a class win buried within a larger field. If Audi was going to make a statement, it wanted to win outright, against everyone, not just within its own category. The car they built for the job was the Audi 200 Quattro, based on the outward shape of Audi's production 200 sedan, but underneath, a purpose-built race car. Its heart was a turbocharged 5-cylinder engine, a design lineage taken directly from Audi's rally cars, developing in the region of 500 horsepower. Paired with it was Quattro, Audi's permanent all-wheel drive system, something no other car in the Trans Am field had. Before the season even began, Audi had to go through Trans Am's own technical administrator, a man named Dave Watson, who was responsible for what's now called balance of performance, essentially the handicapping system used to keep a field of very different cars competitive against each other. Watson had to evaluate how a turbocharged 5-cylinder all-wheel drive sedan should be weighed against a field of large displacement naturally aspirated V8s, turbocharged V6s, and inline 6-cylinder cars, none of which had anything like Quattro. Based on that analysis, Watson set the ground rules Audi would race under: minimum car weight and tire and wheel size limits. Notably, Watson stated openly, before the season even started, that the series reserved the right to adjust these rules mid-season if the field became uncompetitive, because in his words, it's essentially impossible to write a perfect rulebook before cars ever hit the track. That single sentence would turn out to be more prophetic than anyone realized. Nobody, including Audi's rivals, fully understood yet just how large the advantage of pairing a turbocharged engine with all-wheel drive would actually be on a real racetrack, against cars that had absolutely nothing to match it with. The 1988 Trans Am season was about to begin. And within just a few races, it would become clear that Audi hadn't just brought a competitive car to America. It had brought something the series' own rulebook was never built to handle.